as a tech guy and a blogger, I can tell you that there could be many different URLs to point to the exact same content, which makes search engine work so difficult. They have all sorts of other things to try to keep out the redundancy, but the bottom line is sometimes you might have a URL one way and sometimes you might have a URL another way, but they can actually point to the same content. And there is no preset standard for keeping that separate. Google likes to record instances of a page based on their URL. And as I mentioned, the URLs can change. They're in flux. So what I think should happen is there should be a unique identifier. Now, programmers know these as GUIDs, G-U-I-Ds, guaranteed unique identification. These are essentially like a string of numbers and letters that are guaranteed to be unique in all of the universe. So basically, if every single piece of content that goes on the internet had somewhere on the headers where the people that are reading the page wouldn't see it, some sort of a GUID, it would make things so much better for the search engines. And I'm not just doing this to make it easier for the search engines. I want search engines to be more reliable because we see the same exact content 15 times in the search results because it's the same content and they just change the URLs, and in some cases that content just gets copied over to other pages, and now that's a whole separate problem because they say that there's more information being published today in one day than decades in the 50s or 60s or earlier than that. And in fact, within the last 5 or 10 years, there's probably more information published than in all of recorded history, just in a short amount of time. And that's because the search engines are picking up not just content, but copies of content. I mean, think about it. Search for a sentence that you see on a popular website. You will find the exact same sentence, word for word, on tens of thousands of pages, which means that although they say the internet is growing at this giant rate, a lot of it, I mean an awful lot of it, is the same content, just snatched from one site to another. Put out a press release on one site, and within minutes there are other sites that use crawling technologies, and they then copy the exact same content using RSS feeds and all sorts of other things. They put the exact same content on their pages. It's a wonder that Google can even have any way of keeping track of this. So at the very minimum, they should at least be able to control duplicate URLs within the same site. So I know this is a little bit more technical than some of my other posts. I'll try to do a fart joke or something at the end. But the bottom line is it's something that's a problem, and that's today's idea of the day. All right, so that's today's idea of the day. I hope you liked it. If you visit ideaoftheday.com, you'll see a new one every day. Every day. Yeah, some of them don't suck. And don't forget to subscribe. And you can see them here every day. Brand new one. And some of my videos don't suck either.